Hello ladies and gentlemen, Gaming Token here. Welcome to episode 26 of Let's Play Europa Universalis as Florence with the ambition of completing the Mare Nostrum achievement. Now, as you can see, we are in the middle of a rather large war. Proportionally speaking, the enemy is dwarfing us in troop size. It's a second coalition war against us. The enemy doesn't like us. We took a lot of overextension in the last episode, or the episode before. I think the episode before because, the last episode was completely focused around the war. We have a lot of fights as of recently. Spain, Ottomans, coalition. Lots gained, Constantinople, partially, and it was worth it. But right now we are paying the iron price for overextending a little above what everyone around thinks is suitable for an upstart state such as ourselves. Of course, we don't care about others people's opinion, we only want what is best for our nation. And right now, that is steady expansion. We will now move towards Tyrol, see if the enemy decides to surrender. As you can see, I have decided after much thought to give up on Balkans right now. We can't maintain this front line, it's too expensive. We needed to gather our forces in one place, in this case Italy, and blow through Savoy, because this alley, this avenue of approach was allowing the enemy to enter Italy unimpeded by our mountains. And Alps are an important part and a strategic location to defend. We couldn't allow that to happen, so we have to take Savoy out of the picture. With that being said, I think we'll consider making a sortie towards Balkans and retaking them. Now our enemy is making progress in in Iberia and in the Pyrenees. I had a lot of time and we couldn't spare troops to deal with that, so pain in the ass, but what can you do? Sometimes it's inevitable. Now we are bleeding points left and right, especially military power is expensive. No one will ally us at the time of crisis. Perhaps when it ends people will reconsider, and right now I think going after Tyrol is important. We might actually send in those reinforcements with those little too many cannons for my taste. Surprisingly, as that might sound, we will send this troop here. Too many cannons, that can happen. Real life example right here. And yeah, we need a little more infantry and mercs at that. Good, I think we are below 100 overextension. Yeah, we are, so it's getting stable on overextension at least. And Muscovites and the Swedes prove to be useful ally. They are engaging some of our enemy's forces, though not enough as we'd like. The Polish and Lithuanians are definitely more focused on Italy, unfortunate. Because as you can see, attrition damage is still tremendous on our enemy's side and battle damage also. But it is a problem. We can't afford... Oh yeah, they lifted the siege, excellent. We can't afford to be as lenient with our troop management as our enemies can. Because there is that moment, and that moment did not come yet, but it might eventually, where we will be completely out of manpower. Hard to imagine, but possible still, and we will be out of this fight. If that happens, well, it will suck a lot. Could we get there? 17th and 20... no, we couldn't get the pity. Killing 10,000 enemy troops in mountains is always nice. We have to deal with that. The enemy is gathering a lot of support all around, but we need to take this fort. It needs to be secure. It's too vital. I mean, look, it's an ally towards Italy if it falls. So we might actually get a lot more... No, the general died. A lot more troops in that area. We need points to get another general, because these are inadequate towards the challenges that they are facing right now. We are running low on really competent generals despite having 75 military tradition. It sucks. Shouldn't be that way. Oh, thank you. Thank you for lifting the siege. As much as I would like to get these troops back home, I can't really make that happen, so I will just remove them. The Polish are back on Crimea, Russians actually Muscovites because they're from Russia. Which is good, they actually have Claymore here and wouldn't be allies. The Muscovites have lifted an important siege on Crimea. As you can see, it's holding strong, it has good defensive position, and I hope that our troops there will be able to defend marvelously. So a little bit more of infantry, just to make it sweet. Siege of Nice is important. 3,000 casualties, 1,000 casualties, this is good. This is no, well, this is a lot of enemies trying to enter through the Tyrol. Yeah, I think sortie into the Balkans doesn't seem like a bad option right now. Perhaps we can make it happen. Perhaps we can eliminate Austrians and Hamburg forces that are trying to siege our important keeps in the region. If we manage to do that, our enemy will face a severe setback. And this might be the moment when we have to go a little easy on the advisors, especially Diplo ones. We need admin, Diplo not so much. And strict advisor, and excuse me, captain on military power is just too good to have. So we might actually get involved in Dalmatian and Home fights. Home would be particularly nice because it is mountains. But yeah, a general is needed. Let's pray for a decent roll, and oh my god, finally! A man who can siege, a man who can shock, not shoot, but not so badly, and siege. Yeah, damn it. There are good and bad things in this case, I suppose. Can we challenge this? I think not. That's a lot of people. Let's calculate. 43,000, 52, 70, 71. Yeah, we can't really do anything about Dalmatia right now. We can only get Istria to our side. Goddamn French. Well, at least this is good. Those Dutch, damn it. So tempting to deal with. A little too much cavalry on this side. You really don't need any more than that. And this actually looks nice with this number. Perhaps a siege rush in Krain? I don't think so. Tempting, but ultimately won't work. And yeah, how difficult it is right now to get out of this conflict. And going battles, so 70, 60 something, yeah, it's still impossible. We need to get that Valencia on our side, and we need to finish doing Italy first. This will give us a much stronger bargaining position. It would be tempting to deal with Dalmatia. Oh damn it, the Polish are coming. We can't deal with that. The Polish are a nuisance. They fight very well, better than us, and we can't deal with that. Not right now. Salzburg, I thought for a moment it's farmlands, but that would be insane, right? So it's a level 2 fort. We have a level 3 siege general, lots of artillery, and no free points to siege rush. Plus Tunisian separatists. A harsh treatment would be lovely on these people. So lovely for that sweet absolutism. But alas, I think it won't happen. So we'll just wait and let's just go a little bit on the offensive. Even not offensive, but just to loot some money. There's no enemy right now anywhere near us. Can you go there? You could. Go to the port. Get our navy to transport to Valencia and deal with this. If we can manage to get there in time, it would be spectacularly important. Piedmont area terrorized by mercenaries. I don't care if I need mercenaries right now. There are things far more important than civilians, for our state at least. I believe civilians have a different look on it. Please inform and excellent. Right now we can get this army into Valencia ASAP, beat the the Dutch, and solve this problem ourselves. While enemy still gets attrition damage going and going. Fine. Well, a lot of troops there. Muscovites and Swedish don't really have much numbers now, do they? Surprisingly enough. They seem rather weak. When I see something like that, it feels more and more tempting to get fort in Istria. Let's just go to Salzburg and see how to Munich and see how it goes. So the Dutch are gone. The fort is safe. Let's try to get back Pyrenees. Perhaps we'll succeed. Perhaps it will be of value. Let's halve this army. No point in suffering attrition damage. Istria has fallen and is moving to Gorge. To Gorz. You flagship. Flagship, not flagship. Excuse me. Sure, Pre-Prestige and Galleon in Sassari. I mean, we'll send it to our main naval force, which blocks off any silly ideas from enemy navy to enter our shores. Though actually the question is, can we not attack them navy-wise? We'll have to think about that. Perhaps we can do a significant blow to the Dutch by going after their fleet. And if that is the case, well, it's an option that would allow us to take some initiative in this fight. Yeah, let's use the fact that the enemy is so focused, being in one place at the time, that he spends, oh my god, 94,000 troops in one place. How much attrition damage are you willing to take, boy? Especially in winter. Oh, easy, I see. So the entirety of Balkans have fallen. We could get it back. Perhaps we'll make it happen. Now, in those trying times, I think continuity of leadership is important, and I'll keep a man who's strict. Because God knows we need strict men right now who can put our men into the height of efficiency, discipline-wise. So, thank you for being with us, gentlemen. Scholar and gentleman. And yeah, this will... Let's see, it's 85,000. Let's see how many die here. And this siege should be amusing. 85, let's see the number now. 91, 6,000 people died, and one tick of attrition damage in Gorz with 100,000 gathered there. Ludicrous. Ludicrous, insane, hilarious to say the least. Now, will the Polish march? Still here, I see. Still with us. So finally, 100,000 troops have managed to take our marches. I hope they stay in Canton for a long, long while. The fall of Constantinople hurts. For sure. I mean, attrition is a bitch. And it does stack up nicely. We still can get a lot of war score out of this. War reps. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's try to get these things back online. Lithuanians. Lithuanians and the Dutch. Would be nice to attack them. But let's keep the fort for the time being, see if we can get something done with this. I suppose we might actually retreat from Munich if the enemy decides to fight here. Or if he decides to move to Tyrol. Well, it's the next roll. 14 days. We have the time, let's wait for it and see if it falls. If it falls, nice. If not, oh well. We can always send this army against Lorraine. We're certainly not going to risk enemy getting into Tyrol on their own terms. March in, boys, and deal with them, please. And yeah, this is going to be a bloody battle. I hope it will diverge enemy attention from the attack on Munich. Excuse me. Didn't work. Let's get to fight. I think this is more important. Getting enemy dead in Tyrol. And excuse me. And focusing our troops in one spot for combat only. Then you can go to Canton and lift the siege over there. Excellent, beautiful sack wipe. So little casualties. Thousands dead yet again. Tens of thousands, perhaps. Regardless, sounds lovely. Sounds lovely, feels lovely. The less we fight in silly ways such as this, we're going to Tyrol. We are going to die then, Austrians. But actually, wait. We need to deal with this army first, and then we'll see what can we expect in Tyrol. Zald, yeah, they are going towards Canton, so let's help, and lovely. Good Fireface. Shockface is not as appealing. But Fireface is definitely the one that we want to promote right now. Yes, this is looking good. Actually. Dealing with Lithuanians on this front and with the Dutch will make it impossible for them to join the enemy on the flank. But we don't want to leave everything from this point because we need to defend the Alps. Canton is won. Now, as the month ticks, we can get some sortie into Steinmark to get 1,000 casualties, get some replenishment going. And the Polish are going into Canton again. The siege of Nice is done. The siege of, wow, Pyrenees is done as well. I think we can confidently kill the Lithuanians. They shouldn't be that much of a challenge. Now that we have secured this flank, we can deal with the siege of Waldstadt and get into central Italy a little more. Excellent, the Polish are trapped. They will suffer immense damage from this engagement. Mountains are no small matter. The battle here is... oh, this is going to be a difficult fight. If the Austrians reinforce, that is. Ligurians, good. Enemy fleet is down. Something we are looking... oh, the Dutch are coming. This might be difficult. If... I wonder if I haven't made a big mistake right here. Oh, it's looking nice. I think we will manage to defeat those pathetic Lithuanians before the Dutch arrive, and... yeah, they decided not to help our enemies. The Polish have retreated after taking 3 times more casualties than we have. Yeah, let's spread our troops. We don't want attrition to hurt us further. We need to start getting those manpower reserves back on track. I aim to shoot these people to death in an instant. And yeah, deal with those Lithuanians, damn it. Yeah, good job. Beautiful. Lithuanians slaughtered, the Dutch confused. Let's get back to our heartland. No point in staying, and you need to recover. Manpower getting low. Holy shit, we've killed 600,000 people already in this conflict without the French. So it's been far more challenging than the last fight, and it's looking better and better that the French are paying enemies' bills. Enemy moving to Steinmark, I see. Well, I think it's safe to assume that the Austrians, those Austrian troops won't have the field day right here. A commander. Wow, quite even, but not anymore. This fire phase is going beautifully our way. Oh, magnificent numbers. Magnificent. Retreat, please. Don't get lopsided in those damn mountains. They do hurt attrition-wise. Get back to our heartland and defend it. I think peace deal is on the horizon. We are continuously showing our enemies where the place is, and that's in the graveyard. Every battle we fight like that is a battle that allows us to... let's go for the Dutch. You won't make it in time before the Polish arrive, so just go to the mountains and the hills and stop enemy advancement. We are not going on the offensive, that's for sure. Wow. Now that's quite the pay for reinforcements, don't you agree? 100 ducats a month, Jesus. Let's reduce corruption, so we have additional month without a deficit. We'll have to reduce that inflation eventually. But here this only shows that with proper management you can achieve quite the fence when fighting enemies and keep Alps safe, then just bleed them dry continuously over and over and over again until they decide they can't handle it anymore and surrender. And I say, Cleves again. Cleves is going to fall. Thank you. Done. Oh, not interesting. This isn't a trade center. Muscovy. I think this is the kind of mission we like. Wadi Halfa. Where is that? In Africa. What can we get for that? Manpower recovery speed and prestige. Who are you allied to, Kaffa? Only Adal. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take this mission and expand a little bit into Africa after this coalition hell ends, because I think we will end it on a high note. And there we go, another execution. Troops shot at, shock being painful, but fire phase should still be dominated by our forces, and just look at it, 30 times the numbers. Oh, the enemy has reinforcements. More and more painful right now, keeping our troops there. I think it's really important you get the fast man and try to reinforce our troops, because the enemy is pushing everything they have into this battle. I think there's no real point in staying. Yeah, we don't have the line to actually defend artillery. But we can send in more. Just wait. Oh, the Polish are here. I do hope you guys decide to stay here and suffer attrition, please. Do it. Stay in... Oh, you're not going to stay in Waldstadt. Well, I'm going to kill you all then. In our beautiful mountains. And second battle for Waldstadt begins. This time we have more troops in the line. double the amount, and it's actually equal times, though the numbers are not as pleasant as they were before. Right now it's getting better. Firing phase looks more and more in our favor. This army needs to recover, recuperate. There you go. 13,000 to 8,000. Not optimal, really. Let's deal with the Dutch and with the Lithuanians. It's high time they die. We can't let them just walk around here. If they unite forces, this might have been outmaneuvering us. How much do we need? 9,000, so our reserves are getting dangerously low. Still no deal. We need to push the enemy just a little further over the brink to end this conflict. And killing those Savoyards will certainly not hurt us. Let's get to Istria and demoralize our enemies by taking back some of our lands. Oh god, humanism. We still haven't finished it. And it doesn't look like we're going to finish it anytime soon. Now, the Muscovites are losing in Eastern Front. Polish are in the Crimea again. We are taking the brunt of this conflict. That is true, ladies and gentlemen, but the enemy is tripling us in numbers, so they can afford to hurt our allies just as severely. Get out of here. This is necessary attrition. Nice is much nicer to stay. And excellent, just before attrition tick. Oop. There you go. Beautiful. We will kill these guys again before some major reinforcements can arrive. If they go into those mountains, they are so fucking stupid. Yep, thought as much. And yeah, the key is to maintain control over the area. Are the Dutch moving in? Because if they are, we'll need to kill them. Okay, this is a problem. The Dutch have decided to stick to Lithuanians. So we can't kill them. So we'll move to Cadiz, actually, and think about what to do next. If those Dutch decide to move, we'll attack Lithuanians and kill them immediately. Just wait a tick for the attrition to kick in. Excellent attrition damage taken. Let's attack. You will not escape us that easily. Let's kill them all. Again. Because it's happening again. Okay. A visit in Africa. I see that Hainaut and Polish are the adventurous types, and they have decided to walk all through the Ottoman Empire into our territory. We'll see what the Dutch decide to do. Oh yeah, bye-bye. 19,000 Dutch troops dead again. Do we want to go into the hills? No. We want to get back to Milan. We want to kill everyone in Canton again. The enemy has doubled the troop amount until our reinforcements arrive. This was not good, but this is. Perfect roll. Perfect storm. 6 fire does pay dividends, and I want to enjoy this. 2,300 against 111 dying. This of course sucks, but what can you do? Yes, beautiful. Costly but beautiful. Oh, I love to watch enemies die from fire like that. Another attrition tick, and one day more. Good. Now we move in and watch the enemy fight again. Please go to Granada and die there. Good, another navy dying. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, bleeding enemies in the mountains is not impossible, it just takes some time. Some time, patience, and focus. That's all you require in a good defensive war. And that and several powerful defensive force plus defensive ideas. After that, you are, well, safe. And let's not allow our enemy to get out of Tyrol alive, that is. He needs to die, he needs to suffer, he needs to lose troops. Not going anywhere near that. Valencia is second importance right now. These Austrians are going to be kicked strafe where it hurts. No, not as much as we'd like. This is more even. Oh, never mind. The Bohemians are there. I need to reinforce it fast. Because the moment they arrive, this is going to be far less even than we want to. And god damn it, I wish they would allow us to get some recovery time, but unfortunately no, they are going straight in, so let's send in reinforcements. And yeah, another battle, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of these. With -3 from crossing, I think this is decided as to who is going to win. If you have any doubts, just wait a little longer right now. Kill more, and yep, the enemy is being decimated. Get back to Waldstadt, you leave and recover. Almost out of manpower, but I think the enemy is at his last breath regarding this fight. After we destroy this force, I think they will consider giving up. Even if though they make a trip to Egypt. Yep, Canton taken. I think this war is officially over. And yes, we can sign a peace deal. We can even get some money consolation prize out of it. Awesome. Favors. Now, how about land, right? We need lots more. But we still have manpower. We can safely leave the war anytime we want now. The enemy is going to suffer even more casualties. We'd like to secure Piedmont and Cuneo, these two provinces, because that will secure Alps. As a matter of fact, though, Nisa will be a problem still. If we manage to defend that, well, I believe our enemies will need to accept the fact that next coalition war will be even bloodier and even more expensive for them. Oh, it sucks that the enemy is still in those damn coalitions. That makes it harder to get them killed. Please lock. Please die. And rinse and repeat. Canton is going to is a really a must strafe. Oh, the enemy is probably reinforcing. Let's send these guys over there. And yep, perhaps they won't even have the time to make it happen. -3. The Polish are coming. The enemy is almost done. Poles, as you can see, 15,000 dead instantaneously, and another, wow, stack wipe, another 18,000 dead. That's another conflict. I think it's the Austrians need a visit, and excuse me, what is wrong with you? Just go to Tyrol, kill Austrians. The longer it lasts, the easier it is to stop the enemy. Really, the Dutch are in the north. Let's go after Lithuanians. I think we are not unreasonable to assume that we can win this. Okay, move, and we'll see if the enemy decides to reinforce this battle. I think he won't, but you never know what might happen. The enemy can be unpredictable and unreasonable at the same time. You've seen how many troops did the enemy lose in this war thus far by repeatedly attacking against impeccable defenses. Oh, this isn't good. I think this is a priority. Get to those mountains. Stop the enemies. Stop our enemies from advancing forward. Good luck with dealing with Tunisian separatists. Beautiful stack wipe. We could attack the Polish. This is a whack-a-mole right now. We are butchering them left, right, center. Tens of thousands are dead. Are there any ongoing battles? Interesting. But we will win. Yeah, let's kill the Polish. And yeah, bye-bye, Polish. I think you're going to suffer right now. Okay, Alwa had taken, not a problem. Actually, let's just kill the Austrians separately from the Polish. I think this is enough to deal with them if we have a good fire roll. Do we have a good fire roll? We have a decent fire roll. And the Austrians are retreating, so let's just show the enemy we mean business in engaging in this combat. Not good. Shock is too equal, and regarding Lithuanians, they don't really matter, as you can see. We are just scorching them. Wish we could fight there, but unfortunately that is impossible. Yeah, we really need to think about ending this conflict. It's a gamble what we're doing right now. If we can take some land from excuse me, not Milan. Yeah, Milan and Savoy. What do we want? We want Cuneo and Piedmont. This is the peace deal we want. And if we get that peace deal, leave please and let me take it back. If we get that peace deal, then this coalition war will be a tremendous success. It will be so successful, in fact, that I will have difficulties in even naming it. And let's kill enemy retreating forces. There's no place for mercy in this fight. Excellence in reinforcements and die Lithuanians, die in the hundreds. So do you Austrians. So do you. Move to Trent and see what happens. I think this should be easy, as we have done before. The Lithuanians have the manpower to protect Dutch artillery, but they will not have it for long. As you can see, their numbers speak volume. And beautiful. Where are you retreating now? Madrid. Well, you won't be retreating to Madrid anytime soon, and we'll take back some of our provinces. Enough of this attrition. Beautiful sight as well. As you can see, with enough determination you can stop even the most ridiculously huge armies with the modest of most modest of forces, because how else would you call our army if not modest in size? This war. Oh my, doomsday. I wonder how are you going to deal with that? Oh, peaceful America. Meanwhile in Italy. Yeah, the enemy is getting out of manpower, I see. Taking those casualties by the scores of thousands and thousands upon thousands. Yes, retreat. I'm not going to be there in the mountains. Just stay there yourself. You're welcome. Attrition needs to kick in a little more, and good lord, 837,000 dead in this war on enemy side. Oh, when we finally finish this conflict, I think we'll be able to move against Africa and then continue expanding in Mediterranean by getting the French and then going into inland against them. Okay, these people are having holiday. Let them stay. Let them have their little holiday. They deserve it. The enemy has retreated from Balkans completely. I mean, we have a fleet here. We could evenly so just do a little maneuvering. Get those men and land in Dalmatia. See what can we do about it. It's an experiment worth trying, I say. What have we got to lose at this point? Well, no more manpower, that's a problem. Let's go and land in Dalmatia. Oh, no, 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 you were supposed to be on the Navy. Yeah, you are the Navy. Move, land in Zeta, and then we'll see what happens. Oh, that Crimea is so tempting to reinforce. It's almost falling. And Muscovites are doing a good job at holding the enemy back. And Hamburg is making progress. And how did that happen? Oh well. Never mind. I think this might be a big battle, but let's just allow the attrition to kick in just a little bit. We've been really, really bloody as of late. Yeah, Crimea has fallen. We've been really bloody as of late regarding killing enemies, instead of letting the attrition kick in, where we have suffered casualties that number in tens of thousands. No more. Yep, please land. Do it fast so that we take Zeta out of enemy hands. Oh yeah, we are going to focus this right now. You are being so killed. And Balkan counteroffensive is starting right here in Zeta. Let's move straight to Travunia and get those mountains under our control. This is the place where our loyalists reside. If we can get whom fast, then the enemy will have no choice but to capitulate and give us those lands which we want. Good, 15,000 killed. Front is established. Perhaps we'll move to Dalmatia itself. Should be fun. Fire those cannons, gentlemen, and see what you can do. This army will fall as well. Our troops in Iberia... Oh, this is perfect. We'll kill another enemy regiment in the mountains. And this is absolutely last-ditch effort for us. We could continue by supporting a massive amounts of mercenaries. But right now, let's be honest, we just really... Oh god, this is a lot of enemies. I hope this is going to be worth it, especially whom, because we are going to lose this battle. And that means we need to reinforce. We are losing cannons, yes. No, we are not. Okay, it's time to retreat. No point in taking more casualties than we can safely take. And yep, manpower is out of the bag. Mountains have been reclaimed by our forces. Let's get to Dubrovnik. It's a nice place to go. I hope you won't be able to stop us in those mountains. God damn it, I wish I had ended this phase, but oh well, what can you do? Nice to have cost reduction. Yes, yes, please stay. Stay as long as you want. Stay as long as you want in those mountains and watch your forces melt in attrition. Oh, the enemy has retreated. Wisely so. So the siege is broken. Let's get those forces back, as they are indeed needed. Okay, they control the province. It's not a problem because we have the fort. So as soon as they leave, this will get back into our sphere of influence. We could take Barcelona, but no time for Barcelona. We need to get back home, get this under our control. Good, home is ours, ladies and gentlemen. The Balkan counter-offensive is alive and well. We could end this war, really, but see, thing is, we want this. Oh, they're actually willing to give it. Perhaps you're willing to give me a little more of those concessions. Not here. Not in Italy, because, well, Italy is not in our sphere of influence. Nice. This would make it awesome. It will cost 197 points, which isn't that bad. Give me war reps, and I'll be happy. We will get this peace deal. The enemy is losing more and more, and we don't have to cut it, the rhetoric, any longer. We can crush them. We can take back what is rightfully ours. They might mobilize their forces, but we have the war score on our side. We are killing them so effectively that this will be a victory, total victory, I imagine. Except here, because we are losing in shot. Oh, please don't go through this. I mean, we have time, we can bleed out. I mean, we won't need our manpower for some time now. This shock doesn't look good. We are losing more than we'd like here, so we have to retreat. Enemies bled out successfully. What about here? I think this battle will be... this is victorious, even though expensive. A mistake at the end. One that we shouldn't have done, but... well, let's just say overzealous on our side. Overzealous is how the name of the game is played. You go and show them who's boss, my friend, and that will that give us the deal we want? Now, almost there. Just a little nudge forward. I suppose that as fast as February ends, I think this will be ours. Let's see. Come on. Give in. Good. Give us money as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I think we will finish this. The Great Coalition War of 1612, I suppose, or 1610 is over. Casualties are plenty, as you can see. We have won it. We have secured Cuneo and Piedmont, which are important and which we are going to mountain the hell up because we need those forts there the next time Coalition War comes. I'm not pleased at how Waldstadt behaved early because, but I think it was connected to the fact that Milan was in the coalition. With that being said, we have increased our holding, we get a lot of money, we get war reps, we are just out of manpower, but that's fine, it's good enough. This is not an option, we want that stability to be positive. Oh no, we don't have overextension problem, let's deal with this. So, I'll finish this episode on a really high note, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time. As you can see, with a little bit of effort, you can defeat a huge coalition in just the 4-man club and prove yourself superior. Thank you for your time. This run is looking really nice, and I hope to see you again soon. Gaming Token out. Bye-bye.